Let's get something straight right now. And I want you to really listen. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They don't fail because they're unlucky. They fail because they lack control. Control over their mouth, control over their emotions, control over their time, their impulses, and what they're willing to tolerate. They let life grab the steering wheel, and then they complain about where they end up. Look, that's not bad luck. That's weak control. Now, when I say control, don't picture some stiff, boring, robotic person. That's not what this is about. Control is power under discipline. It's the ability to choose your response instead of just reacting like everyone else. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear. If you can't control yourself, you don't deserve control over anything else. Your career, your finances, your relationships, they all start with the person in the mirror. So let's start with the first, most misunderstood form of control. Silence. Watch people closely. The loudest ones in the room are usually the weakest. The ones who feel the need to constantly explain themselves are usually the most unsure. The people who get into pointless arguments online, who vent constantly, who react emotionally to every little thing. They are not in control. Real control often looks like silence. It's the silence you maintain when you're provoked. When someone is trying to get a rise out of you, it's the silence you keep when you're underestimated. Letting your actions speak for you later. It's the silence when your ego is screaming for attention, but you know better. This isn't because you're scared or weak. It's because you understand a fundamental law. Energy wasted is control lost. Every unnecessary reaction costs you something. It costs you your focus. It costs you your precious time. It costs you the respect of others and yourself. It costs you momentum. Controlled people don't just react to everything that comes their way. They observe, they assess, and they respond. But only when it truly matters. They save their energy for the battles that are worth fighting. Everything else is just noise, and they've learned to tune it out. Next, let's talk about your emotions. And I'm going to be ruthless with you here, because this is critical. Your feelings do not deserve the steering wheel of your life. Anger has never paid a single bill. Excuses have never built a successful business. Frustration has never fixed a broken relationship. Yet, most people wake up and let their mood for the day decide their actions. How many times have you heard this, or even said it yourself? I just don't feel motivated today. I'm too tired. I'm too stressed out. I'll get to it tomorrow. We think this is just being honest with ourselves, but it's not. It's a complete lack of control. It's letting a temporary chemical state in your brain dictate your long-term future. Controlled people operate on a different system. They do the work, despite how they feel. They understand a simple but powerful rule. Emotions are temporary, but discipline is permanent. They don't wait to feel ready. They don't wait for a burst of inspiration. They act, and readiness catches up to them. They know that motivation isn't something you find. It's something you create through action. The feeling of accomplishment comes after the work is done, not before. Now let's look at the most honest mirror in your life. Your time. If you want to know what your future looks like, just look at where your time goes. It doesn't lie. Are you spending hours endlessly scrolling through feeds, watching other people live their lives? Are you caught up in useless conversations and drama that lead nowhere? Are you spending time with people who drain your energy instead of inspiring you? Are you filling your day with tasks that make you feel busy, but produce zero actual results? Don't tell yourself you're just relaxing or unwinding. Let's call it what it is. You're being undisciplined. True control over your life means having control over your 24 hours. And that means learning to say no a lot. It means saying no to distractions that pull you away from your goals. No to gossip and drama. No to the siren call of comfort, when you know that comfort is costing you your growth. Remember this, every single yes you give to nonsense is a no. You give to your own progress. Let's kill a fantasy right now. Control is not easy. It's not fun or exciting most of the time. In fact, control is often boring. It's repetitive. And sometimes, it's lonely. Control is waking up early when your bed is warm and no one is watching. It's sticking to your high standards when cutting corners would be so much faster and easier. It's walking away from an argument when your ego is screaming for revenge. It's staying focused on your path while everyone else is out chasing fleeting pleasures. Most people avoid this kind of discipline because it exposes them. When all the excuses are stripped away, it forces them to look at who they really are. It's much easier to blame circumstances or other people than to admit a lack of self-control. But the discomfort of discipline is temporary, while the pain of regret can last a lifetime. The boring, repetitive tasks are the building blocks of an exciting, extraordinary life. This brings us to one of the most important aspects of control: controlling what you allow into your life. Here's a hard truth: what you tolerate becomes your standard. If you tolerate disrespect from others, they will continue to disrespect you. If you tolerate laziness in yourself, you will remain lazy. If you tolerate disorganization, your life will be chaotic. If you tolerate low effort, you will only get low-quality results. If you surround yourself with negative people, their negativity will seep into you. You don't need another motivational speech. You need boundaries. Clear, strong, non-negotiable boundaries. Controlled people are fierce protectors of their environment. They protect their energy like it's their most valuable asset. They protect their standards. And here's the key: they don't waste time explaining their boundaries over and over. They enforce them through their actions. They simply remove themselves from situations and people that violate their standards. So many people think that having control is restrictive, that it's like living in a cage. They couldn't be more wrong. Control is what gives you freedom. It's freedom from the chaos of an unplanned life. It's freedom from the constant stress of putting out fires. It's freedom from the heavy weight of regret. It's freedom from constantly having to clean up your own self-inflicted messes. When you control your habits, your schedule, your emotions, and your standards, your life gets quieter. It gets sharper. It gets more powerful. There's no more panic, no more scrambling, no more chasing. There is just calm, deliberate execution. That is true freedom. The freedom to build the life you want, on your terms, without being a slave to your own impulses. So let's end with the final truth. If your life feels out of control, it's because you are out of control. And please, don't take that as an insult. See it for what it is: an opportunity. It's a realization that the power to change everything is already in your hands. Because the moment you decide to take control, not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, everything begins to change. Start today. Control your mind. Control your actions. Control your standards. Do that consistently, day in and day out, and you will notice something incredible happen. Life will stop pushing you around, because controlled people don't have to beg for power or respect. They earn it silently and surely through their own discipline. Take back the wheel. Thanks for watching.